You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's going on, Nascar diecast collectors and diecast reviewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Bri here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, hosted by me, Brian LaFleur Jr. As always, guys, I'm bringing you all your bi-weekly NASCAR Diecast news throughout each and every month until the very end of the 2017 NASCAR Diecast season. It is almost over, guys. We have a couple more stuff to be showing you guys and a few more episodes left to wrap up Season 7, and I'm looking forward to wrap that up with you guys as we got less than 5 races left. Well, now 4. If you're counting this weekend for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series season. And boy, oh boy, things got intense. And speaking of intense, guys, we do got lots of cool news to be talking about, including some newly released diecasts from our good friends at Plan B Sales and all your other local diecast dealers, including Lester's Diecast. Some cool 124s and 164s, which I know you guys all love. We also do got some new pre-orders for 2017 and 2018, guys. So more 2018 pre-orders are starting to hit the shelves, so we'll be getting onto that very shortly. And we also do got some canceled diecasts as well. Not as many as the other episode, but still enough to talk about for this really cool episode. And we do got some NASCAR Authentics news. We got 2 new waves to be talking about, and we do got some diecast previews from some folks on Instagram, and we're going to get onto this latest information and more as the NASCAR Diecast news starts right now. But before we do that, guys, we're going to take a look back at the last episode of the NASCAR Diecast news, rounding off with NASCAR Diecast news on its best-selling and its least-selling diecast from NASCAR Diecast News 183. Alright everybody, welcome to the NASCAR Diecast News. I'm your host, Brian LaFleur Jr. And we're going to kick things off with the newly released diecast from our good friends at Play and Base Sales and all your other local diecast dealers, including my favorites, Lester's Diecast. And we're going to go and start things off with the 164s. We got a lot to talk about, so we'll be doing some brief reviews. But some of these cars I will probably be reviewing when NASCAR Authentics waves hit. But I might give you guys a hint on what diecast might be coming out for NASCAR Authentics. But anyways, spoiler alert, we're going to kick things off with a 2015 diecast. And you're probably wondering, why in the world did we have a 2015 diecast in 2017? Well, it's a Dale Jr. car. And you guys know Dale Jr. cars do sell. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting you one of the weirdest releases for this episode of NASCAR Diecast News. We got Dale R. Jr. 2015, number 88, Nationwide Stars and Stripes Daytona race win from, like I said, 2015. And this is actually celebrating his 25th career win. And it even gets any worse. It's on a flash coat finish. Wow, what a really random car. But, of course, this car has to be ruined with that pathetic little logo. The 25th win, they decided to, you know, line out. They like to put their logos or any kind of special logos on top of the car. So am I not surprised that this car got ruined? Well, I was not really excited of getting this car. But if you are a Dale Jr. fan, I would recommend getting it. It's pretty cool that, you know, it's kind of rare nowadays that we have, you know, special finishes in 164s, and I think that's pretty cool, even though I rarely talk about special finish diecasts here on the Diecast News. Call me biased, but it is my show, and I get to talk about what I want. But that's mostly what I gotta say about that car. Nothing too crazy right there. Now we're getting on to the 2017 diecast, and the first one up is Jay Mcmurray's number 1 Macdonald Chevrolet, which he first drove at Atlanta for this year, and this car is very, very similar to last year's. I mean, not too many changes right off the bat, but of course we do not have the Sprint Cup Series logo and the front name banner as well, so that is a little bit of different change. And we're on the new diecast mold as well for the low downforce aero package. So if those differences are quite good enough for you, then maybe this is a good recommend. But very similar car to last year's for sure. But still a pretty cool looking car. I mean, hopefully we can get another McDonald's car produced, but who knows, guys. But so far, not too bad. Not the worst Mcmurray car that we got. I still like you gotta love the golden arches, guys. But we got some a Dawn Throwback card released here, guys, and it is Austin Dillon's number 3 American Ethanol Chevrolet, and this is a throwback to, you guessed it, Dale Earnhardt's Wrangler car. I mean, someone always at least does a throwback to the Wrangler car because it's such iconic in NASCAR. And not only that, Austin Dillon's also doing a throwback. We'll be going a little bit out of the order, but we also got Ryan Newman as well. He's doing the Dawn throwback as well. So that is the second year in a row that Ryan Newman and Austin Dillon are doing Dawn throwbacks to similar schemes. They did that last year with the throwback schemes as well. So that's kind of cool, but this car, I mean, both these cars are very similar. I mean, of course, sponsor-wise and paint scheme wise is very similar, but pretty cool. I mean, even though they're identical, I think I would recommend getting these two. Maybe the Austin Dillon car, because the number 3, gotta love that. Definitely the 3 looks a lot more better on that paint scheme than the 31, a lot more appropriate. But really cool, nice looking throwbacks, very basic, and of course it's an Earnhardt throwback, so gotta love it. Next one up is a very weird 164 release that we got for this year. It's Kevin Harvick's number 4 Busch Bucks car. But if you notice really closely, guys, if you guys see something a little different, I'll give you a hint. I mean, look under the A post. Is there a logo that shouldn't be on there, that shouldn't be on 164 diecast? Well, let's just say Lionel is inconsistent once again, and let's just say, for not being a hypocrite, we got the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series logo on the side of this car, and that is really freaking cool. A lot of people are thinking, oh yeah, well, this car is an alcohol sponsor car, so they can have that. Well, no, energy drinks are a lot more different, guys. Energy, it usually depends on the sponsors if they want their logo on the car, and of course they don't want it on 164 diecast. That explains why we don't have 5-hour energy on the cars. But anyway, back to the Monster Energy, the logo. Very, very interesting seeing this car produced. especially with the Monster Energy logo. But really cool. He did drove this car at the All-Star race, or whatever NASCAR calls it now, the Monster All-Star or something like that. I'm still called the All-Star race because that's how I roll. But even though this car is on a base, I probably would recommend getting this car, especially if you do like money, because that's basically what the paint scheme is. It's basically like a money print, so very different. But actually not money print, it's actually just a bunch of freaking dollar bills all around the car. So if you do love greed or money, I recommend getting this car. Or if you're a Harvick fan as well, or a beer drinker, but I'm sure none of you guys can't drink yet, so ignore everything I said. Anyways, that's why this car is on a base. Next one up, we got Danica Patrick's number 10 Code 3 Associates car, which she drove this car at the first Charlotte race, and I believe also the first Richmond race as well, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely Charlotte and Richmond, that's for sure. But however, though, this is going to be yet another Storehouse racing car that is going to be on the PTC mold, guys. This is the 4th time that has happened, and am I honestly surprised, guys? Well, it's a Danica car, so I can't really complain. But I guess we can now officially say that every single Storehouse racing car for this year has been on the PTC mold. It happened with Kevin Harvick's Busch beer car, and then we had Clint Bowyer's Haas automation car, and Kurt Busch's Haas car, and now the Danica Patrick Code 3 Associates car. But yeah, nothing too simple right here. I think the 124 was canceled, so this is a 164 exclusive if I'm not mistaken. But I would not recommend getting this car because it is on the PTC mold, and it's not a good mold, guys. You can see right there, lots of stuff that is inaccurate on this car, so not a recommend in my opinion. Next up, we got some Daniel Suarez diecast. We got his Stanley Tools car, so very cool. Even though this paint scheme carried over from Carl Edwards ever since 2015. So, but I still like the paint scheme, guys. I know a lot of people want to change it up, but it's just one of those paint schemes that, you know, and I'm saying this because I am still a Carl Edwards fan, and it's still hard for me. I mean, I'm kind of over it that, you know, Suarez has took it over that ride, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of a refresh for next year, especially since Suarez is a new driver in the 19. I'm glad they changed the era scheme because that was really cool that they did that. But I don't know, guys. I would not mind seeing the Stanley paint scheme again for one more year, even though a lot of people were thinking it should need to change. But I do like the Toyota casting on this. Really cool with that new mold that we got. So really cool. Recommend. I would pick up. Another Suarez car that is probably now going to be old news. It's his Subway car, guys. And if you guys remember, the Subway car first drove at Auto Club, and it was supposed to be having his last race. I think they scheduled a 4-race contract for this year with Suarez, and the last one was supposed to be at Talladega, but you guys know he drove the Camper World car because if you guys didn't heard the news about this weird car, or the weird news about Subway pulled out from Daniel Suarez because he promoted Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, very odd, but I guess Subway does not like Dunkin' Donuts, even though it's ironic because I actually have a Subway and a Dunkin' Donuts close to me. I'll have to take a selfie of that next time I see that, just for the hell of it, for any Suarez fans out there. Just kidding, but yeah, very ironic, and I find that humorous now. But yeah, Subway, that's another big sponsor. It's now out of NASCAR in a very ironic way. No one did expect it coming, but I do like this paint scheme though. This is the 3rd time that they changed the Subway car for the 19 car, and I think this one probably has to be maybe my favorite. I do like the green, the dark green, and the yellow that goes with it. Really blends well, and also goes well with the new Subway logo when they rebranded. So pretty cool right there. Another car that also showed up at Auto Club was the Matt Kenseth Peak car, and a lot of people were worried about this car because they thought it was going to be on a base, because that's what the renders showed. But similar to the Blue Death car from last episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, this car, it's on the EL mold, and it's also not on a base. So great job that Lionel decided not to put this on a base, and this car just looks freaking fantastic. It's a shame that Peak will not be carrying their sponsorship over to Matt Kenseth. I believe they're going to Eric Jones, if I'm not mistaken, as long as with other sponsors like DeWalt and Circle K and Tide. So I would probably recommend getting this car because you guys know Matt Kenseth will be out of the 20 for next year, and this Peak car definitely does look pretty fantastic. If you already have the Blue Death car, I probably strongly recommend getting this car over that car, or get it as a pair because those two do go good together. Speaking of stuff that goes good together, guys, we got some more Don's Throwback cars. We got Ryan Blaney's Ford Motorcraft Don's Throwback, which he's throwing a throwback to Kyle Petty. So really cool right there. I have to say this is probably one of my favorites, probably my favorite Ryan Blaney throwback that we got in this wave. Yeah, in this wave. Well, in this whole throwback. In this whole throwback set for 2017. So really cool. Even though the having no contingencies on that car, it looks very odd. It looks like a furniture row racing car, for Christ's sake. But I really like this car. A strong recommend, and hopefully maybe it'll be on the NASCAR Authentics wave, because I want to see some more Ryan Blaney diecast. Dang it. We also got some other funny guys like Gray Galding and his Sunfrog.com car. Of course, he's not in that car anymore, but really cool that this car is on the EL mold. So if you're looking for a Gray Galding car that's on the EL mold, then you're in luck, because the Dr. Pepper car, actually the Dr. Pepper car was on the EL mold, and we also had the Sweet Frog car, which was on the PTC mold. So if you're looking for a better frog car, I probably recommend getting the Sun Frog car over the Sweet Frog car, because that car ain't so sweet after all. Enough of these stupid puns, Brian. What are you doing? You got a show to do. Next one up, guys, we got some Chase Elliott diecast. I'm going to try to wrap this up pretty quickly. I realize we are even halfway done, guys, so this is NASCAR diecast news. So lots of diecasts we talk about. We got Chase Elliott's All-Star race car, which, if you guys don't know, he ran this car at the All-Star race and at Richmond, and I didn't even pronounce the sponsor, guys. It's his Mountain Dew car, guys, so really cool right there. You know, it's very similar to what the Casey King car, which is white, but that got canceled. And we also had Dale Jr.'s Mountain Dew car, which is green. So I like how the Mountain Dew cars change up for this year. Really cool that this got released, and very sharp looking. I think it's probably, maybe, I say, if not maybe next to Dale Jr. car, my favorite Mountain Dew car that I've got for this year. I don't know, I think the black and the green really just shows up well, and the white 24. This is probably the first time I've known that the 24 actually looks really good and it stands out for this paint scheme. But we also got the Napa Patriotic car, which he drove at the Daytona night race. Nothing too crazy right there. It's very similar to last year's, maybe a few differences like the NASCAR Salutes logo and the name banners, but very similar, but still got that nice sparkle metallic finish. Really nice right there. Most of the Hendrick cars do have that. We also got some, we got the Jimmy Johnson Lowe's Johnson Throwback, guys. That car is sure it's going to be popular. That's now available in the Gold Series, as that's playing a throwback to the 1986 Lowe's delivery truck. Very random, but it is a company throwback, so that is a little disappointing, but definitely a lot more better than the 2015 car, that's for sure. We also got Mark Truex Jr., who is probably going to be your champion for this year, hint, hint, in his auto owner's insurance Toyota Camry, which he won at Kansas, and the first Kansas race, and the Charlotte playoff race. So really nice right there, the auto owner's insurance. Very similar paint scheme to last year's, but the mold is different, so I recommend getting it because of that change. And the last three are all Dale Jr. diecast, guys. Where do I start? We got his Exalta Ducks Unlimited car that he ran at the Bristol night race, if I'm not mistaken. Very random car, but if you do like camouflage, then I probably recommend getting this car. It does look pretty cool with the bright orange and the camouflage, so sure lots of people are gonna like that car, especially in the 124 version when that comes out. We also got another useless Exalta car. We got his Fix Auto Collision car, which he drove at Sonoma, and we also got the Dale Jr. Mountain Dew car that he ran at Michigan, guys. This is not the Ride with Dale Jr. car, but we will be talking about that car very soon on the pre-orders. And now we're gonna get on to the 124 diecast, guys, and we're already at 13.5 minutes, so I'm gonna try to get to this. But we got some lots of cool truck diecast and race win diecast. We got Kyle Larson's number 24 DC Solar Eldora race win card that he ran from 2016. Really cool right there. Of course, this is on the new casting for the truck, so nothing opens. It's all completely just one mold, but very nice job and lots of cool detail that Lionel put into this. Definitely worth the wait. I know some parts aren't accurate. I know WinVal88, the WinVal, I think he mentioned that in his review. But probably still a recommend for any Larson fans out there. Cool to see we're getting some Eldora Race Wins cars back. I know we also got the Matt Crafted car coming out as well, so that's going to be really nice right there. But we also got another 2016 truck diecast from GMS Racing, and we got Ben Kennedy's first official win in the Camping World Truck Series in his Jacob Industries Bristol race version. So really cool right there. Didn't think this car was going to make MOQ, but it did, and now it's at your dealers, guys. So a really cool buy to get. I feel like that car is gonna be rare someday, along with the Larson car. And remember how I talked about the KBM trucks, guys? Well, they are now officially in stock, guys. We got Christopher Bell's GPL car. Well, not car, it's a truck. Yeah, I gotta really start working on that now. But really cool right there, guys. He just got off winning his first race in the Xfinity Series, and he will be going to the Xfinity Series next year. So a nice bright future for this young dirt racer. Of course, you know, anybody who has followed him throughout all that time, he's definitely progressing up in the ranks, and soon to be a rising star in NASCAR. So we got that car in stock. We also got Noah Gragson and his 18 Switch truck, so really nice right there. And we also got, it's a Kyle Busch Motorsports car, truck without the Kyle Busch. I gotta stop saying car. It's a Kyle Busch Motorsports truck, driven by the owner Kyle Busch in his number 51 Cessna car, which I think he drove at Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken. Which that race was kind of boring because, you know, Kyle Busch in the Truck Series, yeah, that's got to be boring as hell. But we also got Chase Briscoe's number 29 Cooper Standard Ford truck, so really nice right there. It's kind of ironic that this car got released a little bit later. I thought it was going to be released around the same time with the Austin Cindric draw tight car, but we finally got some Briscoe diecast in stock, so really nice right there. Now we're going to switch the gears to some Xfinity cars, and we got the Michael Annett TMC Transportation, and this is available only in the autograph version because it is a Junior Motorsports car. And you guys know most of the Junior Motorsports cars have been autographed for this year, so that's a really cool buy to get. But he drove this longtime sponsor car at Indianapolis and Iowa, so you know, nothing too basic right there. It was canceled in 164, so this is a 124 exclusive for any Michael Annett fans out there. And last but not least, to wrap up on the 124s, we got Ryan Newman's number 31 Gringer Chevrolet. This is not only his original car, but it's also the car that he won at the Phoenix race, guys. It is his race version, so really nice right there. I know a lot of Newman fans are going to probably recommend getting this car since it was a pretty surprising win. And maybe not too many Larson fans will like this car because Larson almost won with this car in the Credit One bait car. But however, though, guys, that wraps up on your 124s, and now we're going to some exclusive sneak peeks. Thanks to some of our good friends and fans. One of my good fans or friends, Jacob Cummings. Feel free to check him out, guys. He has a YouTube channel. I'll put the provided link in the description. You guys want to check him out. He went to Talladega, and he got 2 new diecasts to show you guys. The first one is really cool. We got the first look, and he also has a review of this car as well. I'll probably put the video link in the description so you guys check him out. Or I'll tag him because Jacob is awesome. If you're watching this, you are awesome, Jacob. Great to have you as a friend, and hopefully you're enjoying the shout out, man. You're gonna need it. We got the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Last Ride Exalta Chevrolet in the 164. And what more of an appropriate time to get this car, especially at Talladega. And you can only get this car at Talladega for now because it's not supposed to be released until December. So anybody who was at the Talladega playoff race, boy, you're lucky. And if you guys can hook me up on one, especially you, Jacob, dude, that'd be awesome, and I'd be looking forward to review that car if I get it early. But if not, I'll just wait like the rest of you folks at December, and we'll get that Dale Jr. Last Ride Exalta car. But man, I will definitely keep an eye on this car, and I'll be talking about more of this car in the not so distant future, so stay tuned for that, guys. We'll have a review on that when I get it in the next 2 months or so. But we also got Ryan Blaney's, we got another Ryan Blaney diecast, which I praised. We got, it's not only an original Ryan Blaney car, it is actually a race version car, guys. Yes, Lionel made the 124 version and the 164 version for Ryan Blaney's Pocono Race Win car, guys. So this is really cool. They did a great job replicating what the car looked like. See all the dirts and all the smudges on the 21. So really cool race win. I mean, that one good thing I like about white cars, they really show up on the dirt, shows up really nice on this. And this one, no exception, because it is Ryan Blaney's first win. Definitely recommend if you guys were at the Talladega race. Should have got this car, but this car should be coming out very soon. But once again, thanks to my good friend, the Larson Bowman fan, or Jacob. Check him out on Instagram and check out his YouTube. He did a great job finding these cars, and you can only find these if they Fanatics stunts for now, guys, like I just mentioned. But feel free to comment below if you guys want to know more about this, and we'll talk about that. But that wraps up all your diecast for this episode. Alrighty, guys, we're going to the pre-orders and the cancellations. So we're going to start off with the pre-orders, and we're really going to be talking about the race win cars, guys, because we do want to cut short on time just a little bit so I can make this at least about under 40 minutes for you guys, because I like to be that productive. Anyways, guys, we're going to get things off with an Xfinity car, guys, and it's going to be yet another first Xfinity race winner, guys. And no, it's not William Byron, it is Alex Bowman, who is also going to be in Hendrick Motorsports next year, taking over Dale Jr.'s ride in the 88 Nationwide Chevrolet. But this ain't 2018, this is 2017, and he recently just got his first win at Charlotte. And let's just say Lionel is going to be offering this car in the 124 version, his number 42 Vinoy construction car that he drove for Ganassi Racing. So really cool right there. I'm hoping this car will make MOQ, because this will be a great way to start off for any Bowman fans out there who are looking forward to see him drive the 88. Definitely a class act, and looking forward to see what he does. But very impressive that he was able to get that and be able to, you know, not drive for like 7 or 8 months and get that win in Xfinity Series. Just amazing. So really cool pre-order right there. The next 3 are all Cup guys, but it's going to start off with possibly your guy who is looking to be a strong contender for the championship. Mark Truex Jr. is number 78 Auto Owners Insurance car. He just recently won this car at Charlotte for the playoff race, which locked him in again. So really nice right there. But this car's gonna be pretty cool, because it's not like the original Auto Owners car, guys. It actually has hearts around it, because it's supposed to promote awareness toward his wife Sherry. So really nice right there. Plus it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so maybe that's another reason why I think this car is pretty cool. I mean, definitely gotta show the love, hint hint. Again, with those horrific puns, I do apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're at the point where you're about to turn off this video, no one can blame you. These puns are quite horrific. Sarcasm intended, indeed. But really cool right there. Hoping that car will make MOQ. But there are a crap load of Truex diecasts for race winners, so only time can tell if this car will make MOQ. But we can always cheer up, guys. And speaking of cheers, guys, oh god, here comes the puns again. We got Brad Keselowski's number 2 Miller Lite hashtag Cheers for Dale car, which he won at the Talladega race, a very crazy race at Talladega. And what's really cool about this car, it's going to be offered in both scales. However, though, it's not going to have the playoff marks on it, guys. So it's not going to have any green banners. From what I know, it's not going to have the green banners or the Monster Energy logos. Not surprising, but that is going to be disappointing. It's not going to have the green banners. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to ask Lionel if they will make it. I mean, it's just a color after all, unless Monster really does not want, you know, to have the green banners. But that doesn't really make sense. But we'll see. But I think it will look good regardless if it's going to have the green banners on it and the green spoiler and all that wonderful stuff. But really cool. I wouldn't say a throwback, but it's a great tribute to Dale Jr. because Brad Keselowski drove his first ride in the Nationwide Series. One of his early rides was in the number 88 Navy car. If you guys remember that car from 2008, man, talk about a throwback. Feel old already. You feel old yet? But a really cool looking card. Speaking of Dale, guys, we got the Dale Jr. Mountain Dew Ride with Dale car, which has like a good amount of names on this car. And this is going to be the race version, so it's going to be no surprise that this car was going to be, it's probably going to be made, but it is basically going to be what the Mountain Dew car that just got released on this episode. But I think it's going to have probably white lines or little white lines to indicate what the names are, because, you know, Lionel's not going to be too detailed. Maybe in the 124 they will, but the 164, they don't have to go too crazy with details. If they do, then that's some really cool decaling. But you know how Lionel is. But and there's the burp right there. So yeah, guys, some really cool strong pre-orders. I will want to touch on some 2018s, but there's not much changes. But we'll be talking about those when those diecasts get released for next year, early next year. So 2018 diecast season is among us. However, though, we're going to go on to the cancellations, guys, and we got 2 new cancellations to be talking about. None are too pretty crazy. For any 164 collectors out there, you guys can take a break. There's no 164 diecast that have been canceled in this episode, guys. But for 124 collectors out there, stay tuned. This is going to be interesting. We got a K&N pre-order that has actually got canceled and has been long gone canceled. Only 275 people, I think, only pre-ordered this car, which is quite low. And it is Kevin Harvick's number 4 Fields Ford Fusion. And this is actually when he won the K&N race in Sonoma, which, God, I mean, you guys know how much I don't like, you know, big cup guys and small series. So no wonder this car got canceled. But I'm sure a lot of JPR fans out there who are watching this video, Jared, I know you're watching this, so wink at you, man. You're an awesome friend, and hope you're enjoying this episode of the NASCAR Diecast News. Did I mention you're a good friend as well? But yeah, very disappointing this car did got canceled. I would love to see some variety in the diecast mold, especially for K&N. We don't really get that much K&N diecast produced, so And they thought Kevin Harvick was going to sell, but I guess not, guys. They probably got the same mentality as I do, but that's kind of disappointing because I thought this car was going to go very well with the Sonoma Cup win from this year, the Mobile 1 car. And the last cancellation, guys, we got to talk about is Kyle Busch's number 18 M&M's Caramel in his New Hampshire race win car. This car is still available for pre-order in the 124 scale, guys, but it is canceled in the 124 Elite version. So you're only losing just a little bit of detail and you're saving some money as well. But that wraps up on the pre-orders and the canceled diecast as well. Alrighty, buddy, we're getting to our last topic of this video, and it is going to be, of course, can you guys guess? I'm waiting for it. It is NASCAR Authentics, guys, and we got two new waves to be talking about. And the first one, should I start with the good one or the bad one? Well, yeah, I guess I'll start with the bad one and save you guys with the good one, because that's just how I am. So let's just say Lionel is going to release yet another exclusive wave, and it's going to be at Meyer, guys. I'm going to present you guys right here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Meyer Holiday Wave. Now, you guys are probably wondering, wait a minute, Brian, some of these diecasts look very familiar. Why is Lionel doing this? Well, let's just say Lionel's getting a little bit lazy. I know this is exclusive holiday wave, but before I talk about that, guys, we will be talking about the two, it's basically, how do I put this, guys? We are basically getting yet more re-releases, guys. I mean, most of this holiday wave, I mean, the only thing that's different, we got Austin Dillon's Dawn Throwback and Ryan Newman's Dawn Throwback, but the rest of these cars, they're all literally from Wave 7, and the two I just pointed out are actually onto the next wave, which is Wave 8. So this wave is just, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing, guys. But Lionel's basically trying to promote this car, this wave, as a holiday wave, which is pretty quite early. It's not even Halloween yet in the early releases, so they're basically kind of jumping the shark just like retailers are. I mean, Christ, I'm already seeing freaking Christmas stuff at Walmart, and it's not even Halloween or Thanksgiving yet. But I guess Lionel had to join the crowd with that, but I say this probably has to be their weakest wave. Also, it has to be yet another useless exclusive wave, guys. Just like the Toys R Us wave and the Cracker Barrel waves. I mean, you're just way better off, unless you don't have a Walmart or Target or Toys R Us near you. I mean, I think the Toys R Us wave is the only exclusive wave that I do recommend, but still though, guys, I'm not liking these exclusive waves. They're not even exclusive waves anymore, guys. They're basically just repackaging just all these diecasts that we've got from, you know, previous waves and putting them onto there. So if Lionel keeps continuing this, guys, it's really gonna hurt them in the future, guys. I don't want to ask too much, but at least give us something new, Lionel, or make these exclusive waves, you know, worth a while. At least give us a new magnet or something. I mean, they even put the same magnet from Wave 7 on this wave. You could just tell how lazy that is right there from Lionel. But just, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of this because there's not really nothing new on this besides the two Dawn throwbacks. But however though, guys, that carries on to the next wave, which is Wave 8, guys. So Lionel just released this on their last episode of The Fix. I almost said Nascar Diecast News, that doesn't make sense. But however though, guys, let's just say, you guys know how this is a NASCAR Authentics wave, as I'm about to show you guys the official wave right here. So most of these cars are NASCAR diecasts. However though, just like Wave 8 from last year, guys, we are getting some NHRA diecasts very similar to the Wave 8 from last year, guys, which I do have mixed feelings about that. I mean, I didn't even picked up the John Force or the Courtney Force cars that they had from last year. So we're getting yet another John Force Peak Funny car, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you're an NHRA fan, that'd be cool. We also got Robert Height's AAA Chips Funny car. But I just don't... The one thing I have a problem with this, if Lionel wants to sell NHRA diecast in the market, make it their own thing. Like, make it NHRA Authentics. There's a reason why this is called NASCAR Authentics, guys. Already, I mean, that's just being nitpicky. I know they did this crap last year, and I'll give them some variety, but just, I don't know, guys. It just feels like they couldn't, you know, save two other diecasts for something else. I mean, we do get 3 new releases from this wave, guys, and we also do get the 2 Dawn throwback cars as well, which are from the Meyer exclusive wave. So if you guys are kind of out of luck like I am, because I live in New York and there's not a Meyer near me, they're mostly toward the southern bay of the United States. So yeah. I mean, the closest thing to a Meyer here is probably a Price Chopper, but they don't sell crap. Literally though. But this is probably your best bet if you guys do want to get that. So that even makes the freaking exclusive wave even more of a waste now. So that Meyer holiday wave is just crazy. But we also do get some other re-releases as well, guys. We do get the 2 Dawn throwbacks for the Hendrick cars, for the Dale Jr. Nationwide car, and the Chase Elliott Napa car. Of course, they're going to put those 2 diecasts in. I know they are also in the Toys R Us exclusive wave, which, you know, it depends. If you want to go to Toys R Us to get the 4-pack, then go ahead and spend a little bit bucks on it. It's kind of worth it. But if you don't have a Toys R Us in here, then this is a great opportunity to get the Dawn's throwback car. Actually, get all of Dawn's throwback cars, guys. I mean, the RCR cars and the Hendrick cars. Speaking of more throwbacks, guys, we also got the Stp Dog Throwback Car that's making a return again for the 3rd year in a row. So that's really cool. I mean, of course, Richard Petty stuff does sell, and when people see that car, it's gonna, you know, be amazing. Probably gonna pick up that car and give you guys a review on that. So that's a really cool looking throwback right there for Eric Almirola. Plus, he's also gonna be leaving the 43, so might be a good recommend getting that car. And the last one, guys, the best for last. Well, actually, we got 2 more, guys. We got the Dale Jr. Nationwide Children's Hospital car. I kind of already touched about that car, guys. Kind of a random car. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this car. I know it's for a good cause and such, and he drove this car at Kentucky, but just, I don't know, guys. I kind of wish they would have released his Mountain Dew car, or the Mountain Dew USA car, guys. Bring the USA car in the next wave, guys. I know we complained a lot about Dale Jr. and Chase Elliott diecast in every wave, but they could have done a little better with the Children's Hospital car. Probably not the best selection in my opinion, but of course, Junior fans out there are going to pick this car up. And if you guys do like this car, then you should pick it up. But these should be possibly coming in November. And the last one, guys, we got the Wonder Woman car. I probably will be getting this car because this car will look great with those dreaded Batman vs Superman cars. Well, I don't know, guys. You create your own Justice League right there because that movie is starting to come out. So what a great way to get the Wonder Woman car for NASCAR Authentics in the retailer. So really cool right there. But overall, guys, Wave 8 looks decent. I mean, I know we do get a little bit of re-releases, but I think Wave 8 is a lot more better than those useless exclusive waves. I really hope they really clean up their act on these so-called exclusive waves because I'm not liking them. None of them don't really have nothing to offer in my opinion for this year, guys. I would recommend getting all the official waves for this year. Do not get the Toys R Us wave. Well, you know, Toys R Us wave is the only one on mine, but do not get the Meyer wave or the Cracker Barrel wave. Definitely not worth it, especially when these cars come out. But that's all I got to say about the NASCAR Authentics waves, guys, and that's also going to wrap up on the NASCAR Diecast News 184. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this long wait as well, guys. I'm hoping to get upload more consistently. But as we are wrapping up the 2017 diecast season and the 2017 NASCAR diecast season, feel free to comment below what you guys think about this video, and feel free to give this a good comment, like if you guys have not already. I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for any more of the latest NASCAR diecast news and many more NASCAR diecasts to come. But until then, guys, this is Original Big Brian. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the NASCAR Diecast News.